Welcome, rising ninth graders. In this presentation, we will cover graduation requirements and course registration information for Atlee High School. Ninth grade is an important year. Let me introduce you to your counselors. Dr. Brown-Hammond has students with the last names Abood through Bynes. Mrs. Couillard has students with the last names Kashin through Gorley. Mrs. Martin has students with the last names Gower through Mann. Mrs. Kramer has students with the last names Manning through Saunders. And Mrs. Shapiro has students with the last names Scanlon through Zori.
Today, we will talk to you about graduation requirements, scheduling information, and important deadlines. So please listen up.
So we're going to start out today talking about the two diploma types at Atlee. First, we have the standard diploma, which requires 22 credits. You also need 5 verified credits. Verified credits are when you take an SOL class and pass the class, as well as the SOL test associated with it. You also need 1 CTE credential or 1 AP, IB, or advanced course, as well as 1 virtual course, which our EPF or Econ and Personal Finance class takes care of that. There's also the portfolio, which you have started in middle school and will continue to work on in high school. And you also need 2 sequential electives, meaning there's like a part 1 and a part 2 of the class. For example, you might take business marketing and then follow that class with marketing. You could also take art 1 and then art 2 or crafts 2. That would fulfill the sequential requirement.
The other diploma option that we have is the Advanced Studies Diploma. This diploma requires 26 credits. That includes language as well. Of the 26 credits that you earn, you also need to earn 5 verified credits. You also need to take CTE credentialing class or 1 AP, IB, or advanced course. You will still need the 1 virtual course for your Advanced Studies Diploma, but the Econ and Personal Finance will meet that, as Dr. Hammond mentioned. You will also need your portfolio and sequential elective.
So often students will ask, what is a standard unit of credit? That is when you take a class that has a grade associated with it, you earn 1 credit for that class. That class, typically you will take that for 140 hours over the course of the school year. Keep in mind there are exceptions to things such as study hall, TA, peers, because they do not have credit associated with them.
Just a refresher from what Dr. Hammond said earlier, a verified unit of credit is when you pass the class and the corresponding SOL.
The following classes have SOLs associated with them. One of those classes is your English class. You will earn 2 verified credits for English through doing the writing portfolio as well as a reading and literature test.
Our mathematics courses that have SOLs are Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2.
Our science classes that have SOL tests associated with them are Earth Science, Biology, and Chemistry.
Finally, our social studies classes with SOLs associated are Modern Global Studies, World History 1, World History 2, and U.S. and Virginia History.
And looking at the requirements for the standard diploma, as you can see, you need 22 standard credits total, and you can see how those credits are broken down in each subject. You can also see that you need 5 verified credits, those classes that are associated with SOL tests, 2 in English, 1 in math, 1 in science, and 1 in social studies.
The requirements for the advanced diploma are listed here on this screen. As you can see, there's a requirement of 26 standard credits, as well as 5 verified credits.
Okay, so looking at the additional diploma requirements, if you remember before, we discussed a sequential elective. The sequential elective must be above the minimum requirements for the diploma. So as you could see on the page before, those were the minimum requirements that were required for each of those diploma types. For example, you are required to take the Spanish 1, 2, and 3 classes for the advanced diploma. However, if you were to take Spanish 4 and 5, that would complete the sequential elective because those are above and beyond what you're required to do. Another example is if you were to take AP Calc AB and AP Calc BC. For the advanced diploma, you're required to have 4 years of a math class. Those calc classes would be above and beyond what you're required to do.
In order for the student to earn the Career and Technical Education credentialing, the student must take a credentialing exam that corresponds with a Career and Technical Education course at Atlee.
In order to meet the Career and Technical Education credential, you could also do an advanced class, an IB class, or an AP class, and these could serve as a substitute for that. You also need to take a virtual class. One way to meet that requirement is through the Econ and Personal Finance class that you can take here at Atlee, or you could take it over the summer or any other virtual class. You are also required to take and pass First Aid and CPR, which is a part of your PE9 class, as well as that portfolio that we discussed earlier with English.
Now let's talk about the different levels of classes that are offered. Advanced level courses are rigorous coursework. They also have a lot of independent reading, writing, long-range projects. There's an emphasis on critical thinking. This also will help prepare you for AP and IB courses in the future. The other level available to students in 9th grade is our standard level courses. These are your general curriculum courses.
So let's take a look at a sample of a 9th grade schedule. Everyone will take English 9. Your history will be either World History 1, Modern Global Studies, or World History 2. Your math will either be Algebra 1. If you've completed that, you would go to Geometry and then Algebra 2. Your science will be either Earth Science or Biology. Your 5th class will be PE and Health, 9. Your 6th class would be an elective or a world language, and then you have 2 other choices for electives.
Your teachers will meet with you to help determine which is the best level course for you to take. They'll use things like classroom performance, your current grades, attendance, and then observations that they're making on a daily basis.
Please keep in mind that simply because a class is listed in the program of studies, that does not guarantee that the class will have enough students to request it in order for it to be offered at Atlee.
Now let's talk about electives. If you would like to take electives in art, we have Art 1 and Graphic Arts. For all of our electives, keep in mind that because you took those classes in middle school, you would still start in the first level in high school. That goes for any elective course.
If you're interested in electives in the Agriculture and Environmental Department, you have the Intro to Power, Structural and Technical Systems class, as well as the Horticulture class. If you're interested in the Business and Marketing field, a great option would be the Business and Marketing class, which is our first level class in that department.
If you're interested in communications electives, take the Introduction to Mass Communications class.
If you're interested in computer technology, the 2 options for you are the Programming class or the Technical Drawing class.
For students interested in courses in military science, Aerospace Science is our Air Force ROTC class.
If you'd like to take a class in the field of music, our options for you would be the Beginning Choir class or the Men's Choir class, as well as band or strings.
The option for students interested in performing arts is our Theater Arts class, the Acting class.
If you're interested in taking a world language, and remember this is a requirement for the advanced diploma, we have French, German, Latin, and Spanish as options.
Students interested in classes at the Hanover High School Specialty Center, the electives available are Electronics and Industrial Robotics 1, as well as Design, Multimedia, and Web Technology. Remember, students will be bused to those classes and they are 2 blocks each.
Students may apply to the Specialty Center at Hanover High School. Possible career paths are available in pharmacy, nurse aide, patient care technician, emergency medical technician, sports medicine, athletic trainer. The student must become a Hanover High School student to take this program. Applications are now open and the due date is February 1. You will be notified if you are accepted by February 15th. The ACA, or Advanced College Academy, is a partnership between Hanover County Public Schools and Reynolds Community College. Students can earn both the Advanced Studies Diploma and an associate's degree through this program. You begin earning college credits that may transfer to a 4-year institution at a later date. The focus is on social sciences, and the majority of the classes are at the college level. The ACA courses are held every other day at Mechanicsville High School. The application is now open. The due date is February 1, and you will be notified if you are accepted by February 15th.
The International Baccalaureate program is also offered at Atlee High School. Keep in mind that this is a rigorous, internationally recognized program. It may result in possible college credits. We can't guarantee that, though. And there's also a community service component as well as independent research projects required.
For IB classes, those actually start in the junior year. So students can choose to take a few IB classes, or they can work towards the full IB diploma.
CodeRVA is also another specialty program. If you are interested in instruction in coding in this computer science related field, this might be something for you to consider. 100 students are chosen in the Richmond region, so not just from Hanover, and the application is available at the website shown.
If you have questions and you need help figuring out what's the best option for yourself, you can reach out to your teacher, counselor, and administrators at your middle school.
As we are wrapping up, there are a couple of reminders here. Please return your course verification sheet to your school counselor at Chickahominy Middle School in the spring.
Also, another important reminder is that all schedule changes must be submitted by the first Thursday in August. Changes after this will not be accepted. Also, no schedule changes will happen at the beginning of the school year. You will remain in those classes for the first several weeks of school.
So here's your to-do list. Review the program of studies online, use the parent portal to sign up for classes in January, and meet with your CMS counselor in February to review classes. Thank you for listening. If you have further questions, please reach out to your 8th grade counselor.